What's up, guys? This is Showtime from Showtime Show Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right. So there's a couple of viewpoints, right, on sports technology, where we're going with everything, right? Natty, enhanced, enhanced to the point of not putting the work ethic into it. It's all fascinating stuff, right? This is the next generation iron thing, right? And then just find the whole thing is just it's really fascinating. But at the same time, there's different points of view, and this Tony guy is going for what a lot of Americans want, right? So that's getting something for nothing, or getting something for, let's say, not necessarily for nothing, but something you pay money for it, right? But you get an instant result, instant gratification. The thing, me being old school, I don't like that, okay? Tony says pretty soon we're gonna come up with drugs. We don't have to do any work. You just take the drugs and you look a certain way and you're done. You go to the gym, you go to the diet. That's gonna be almost impossible. I agree more with the anabolic dog, but I cannot say for sure, okay? Especially as far as we come with this sports technology. I mean, especially you throw in DNP, and it freaking cooks you from the inside out, and you're fucking burning fat. That's something you don't have to diet for. You gotta eat a lot just to freaking keep enough calories in your body, not waste away and eat into your muscle, things like that. So we're getting close, guys. Here's what I don't like about it. A couple of things. Again, I'm old school, okay? So a lot of younger people are like, fuck you, we don't want to work for it. And you got the athletes that are beyond their years. I'm working with some of them already, right? They're 18-year-old kids, 26-year-old kids, 22, still know all about the hard work, man. Grinding it out in the gym, puking, rubbing legs after their sets. I mean, doing whatever it takes. If I tell them to not eat carbs for fucking 16 weeks, they don't eat no carbs. If I tell them to do 2 hours a day of cardio, they do 2 hours a day of cardio. If I tell them to do, if I tell them to do 10,000 calories a day to grow, they eat 10,000 calories, right? That's what I like. That work ethic, that discipline, that consistency. It brings off that natural high, and it carries over to ever and ever in your life. Versus take a pill, take an injection, get the results, which at this time is not possible, okay? Even Tony, man, he's been a bodybuilding champion, and I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck if your genetics are good or not. If all you do is take drugs and you half-ass in the gym, half-ass on a diet, you're not going to win your class. You're not going to be a bodybuilding champion unless everybody else in your class is shitty, okay? And that wasn't the case with him, okay? He won that show legit. I guarantee you, he worked his ass off, okay? Genetics or not. And if he tells you any different, I can almost guarantee he's lying. I mean, I can't get, I say almost guarantee. This may be a complete weird-ass freak case. I've never seen it before, okay? And even with me being decent genetics, not phenomenal. My genetics are average. They're not bad, they're not phenomenal. I'm not a phenomenal genetic freak by any means, right? But what I am is a hard worker, and my genetics are decent, okay? And I have come in doing everything walls to wall, on point, perfect, and won. If I'm that much off, fucking second, third, or fourth, and if I'm even just a little bit more off, not even top 5. Fair enough? I mean, it's that big of a deal. So to say, go take a bunch of drugs and do this show, ain't gonna happen. I know one dude in particular. This guy was the one, minimal stuff, comes in, dominates the show, first place votes all the way across, okay? The next year, he thinks he's gonna try a new system, he's gonna tweak the diet just a little bit, the training just a little bit, and he's got the best cycle he's ever had. He's got a big drug cycle, man, the best drugs, right? And up the dosages on everything, and still dialed in on what he needed to take to not, to not be bloated, not hold water, all that stuff, right? And fucking lost the show, okay? And not by a little bit. Didn't make top 10 that year, okay? That's the difference. And then the next year, come right back and win the fucking show. I mean, and again on minimal dosages, minimal stuff. So this is what I'm talking about. There's a sense of achievement and health-wise. Okay, you guys all have heard from no side effects to, which is an exaggeration, right? Because if there's positive side effects, you're probably going to see at least some negative side effects, whether it be just a little bit of acne to a little bit of road rage or keto rage that might be a little bit more accentuated than when you were natty. It could be maybe shrunken testicles. It could be mood swings. It could be depression coming off. It could be long-term effects that you don't know yet because you haven't been there yet. You haven't passed a long enough period of time. So that's garbage. Take this, no side effects. You can't guarantee that. And even if there's little no side effects for you, it might kill out of the motherfucker over there. Fucking Monster Energy drinks kill people, right? Too much caffeine has killed people. Somebody drank a couple of too many Cokes. They drank like 2 big ones. They died of a heart attack. Too much caffeine for their heart. I mean, you don't know. Okay, you can't just guarantee. It's safe, no side effects. People eat peanut butter can die, right? From just one or 2 tablespoons. Swell up, blow it up. If they don't get medical attention in time, they die. Okay, so you can't say no side effects. It's an impossible claim. You can't claim that. But you can't be like the media either. Well, take a cycle and you die, you know. I mean, you take a cycle and you'll be messed up either right away or just sometime down the road. You can't promise that either, okay? But what I can tell you is there's possible side effects to anything you do. Fair enough, and hold on just a minute because it's just driving me nuts. This bathroom is too hot, so and I'm gonna go out there again. I explain this every video. I'm gonna go out there again and put my sweatshirt right back on because out there it's like half the temp is in here. So you go out there, you're still halfway cold. You got the sweatshirt coming in here, you can feel it all comfortable here because it's nice and cozy. Then all of a sudden you're sweating your balls off. Okay, I'm not quite sweating yet. Caught it in time. I just barely started to feel the heat coming on, so sweatshirt's off, and I don't mind a little sweating if I was about to go to the gym, but I go to bed and I'm like fucking going to bed like I've already been taking a bunch of Tren and wake up in a pool of sweat. I hate that shit, right? You know, where somebody takes too much insulin and fucking wakes up, oh fuck, where's my corpse? Right? That sucks. That's kind of scary for some people. Not that I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, right? I don't know nothing about nothing. But anyways, back to the matter at hand. So, you got enhanced people, you got natties, and you got people who want to do it in this movement for, let's do it all through drugs. So, here's the other problem with the health-wise of that. So, you take that stuff, it's already potential side effects, right? Positive, negative. We don't mind the positive. Watch out for the negative type of thing. So, you're telling me you're going to come off the couch and you're going to inject some stuff that might be harmful to your body, okay? And not lift weights? Because let's just pretend that it will give you instantaneous results. It's going to change your body chemistry, your makeup, everything, and your metabolism, all that stuff, if it's even possible to do something like that, right? Because right now there's no fucking pill, there's no fucking magic pill right now. So, now, you put that kind of stuff in your body, exercise is good for you, right? It helps your heart health, okay? It helps your cardiovascular endurance if you're doing cardiovascular exercise, your muscular endurance if you're doing high rep, right? Strength has a good amount of things to do with it too. As you build your strength up, you build your bone strength and all that stuff, bone density. There's so many health risks that come with exercise. Apart from this, relieving stress, getting rid of some of that anger, some of that rage. So now you're putting something in your body that's going to piss you off and get you all mad about nothing, right? Especially if you're taking something like Tren. That I had one guy tell me that every time he takes it, he wants to kill his family. This is usually a nice guy, okay? So you're going to, or Halotest, which is another one where a lot of boxers like to take it because it makes them want to beat the crap out of the guy, right? It gives them more rage. So if you can take one of those drugs, right, and not exercise, you got no outlet. Now what are you going to do with all that rage, right? What are you going to do with all the stress? On the job, you got a computer job, right? And you're going to take a bunch of drugs and testosterones and anabolic steroids and stuff like that, and now you got no outlet. Man, you better have a girlfriend on the side or something, knock the bottom out of it. But then the problem with that too, if you got one that's chingy all the time, one that you want to put 6 feet under, that you know better because you're going to be like that song from Guns N' Roses where you're going to be 6 feet under, but you're still going to hear a bitch, right? You better watch yourself, put yourself in check. You better have a fucking outlet, and it's probably publicity. I mean, he's a sharp guy, okay? He's not always thinking clearly, right? Because if I have a few drinks or whatever, I'll do or say something that might be off the wall, might not be thinking clearly, or man, how did I come up with that theory from, right? And smart guys have a lawyer, all this other thing, and so he knows, it's just, I think it's more for entertainment purposes. But the problem is, there's too many people that are knuckleheads that go, oh yeah, let's just start a drug cycle, right? And here's the other reason I'm against just going right for the drugs, okay? If you don't have the root system first, before the fruit, then when the fruit comes, you're just going to eat the fruit, there's nothing left, and you don't know what to do, right? It's like the lottery winners, right? Broke ass people, get fucking lucky. Yeah, I won the jackpot, da-da-da. They don't invest, they don't save, they don't manage, they don't have money management skills. They didn't have the root system to develop those money management skills or money building skills to earn that through hard work. So they piddle it away, or they make bad decisions, and boom, within a few months, the average lottery winner is fucking broke, bankrupt. And now they're even more depressed than they were broke before because they didn't think they were going to have to go back to that place again. See what I mean? So it's the same thing in the fitness industry. It's just like the Lucky Sperm Club, you know what that is. You're born, mom, dad, fucking loaded, right? Don't have to work for no money, right? And the smart ones let their dads or moms or whoever has the money management skills, the business skills, to let, your money make more money type of a thing. Invest in some business, high interest accounts, things like that. Learn how to forge, some integrity with that money, right? Or you can just be a snot and loose kid if you got a nice mom and dad and just live vicariously, with no discipline, and that can cause bad habits, bad lifestyle. If you don't have some positive things to do, if you don't have work or employment or businesses to run or money management skills to do those types of things, you're going to need something like sporting events or workouts or hunting or fishing. Or, you see what I'm getting at? Because otherwise, that kind of money, that kind of lifestyle, what's the easiest thing to do? Go out to clubs, right? Go out, bang chicks, or go out and look for guys if you're a girl, right? Or you go out and then, of course, especially like Hollywood scene, there's drugs all over the place. You walk into an average house of somebody who's loaded or has celebrity status and stuff, and instead of plates of food, you got plates of cocaine, right? You just go in and have fun. Well, that kind of a lifestyle, with a lack of discipline especially, oh man, or a bad heart problem or something you don't know about. I mean, there's all kinds of health risks that can come just from taking the drugs, and if they're illegal, which most of them are, they're going to have maybe fentanyl in there, or whatever, and maybe too much, and people ODing, and it's just bad news. It really is. So you need the root first, the discipline, the consistency, the reward. You need to be forged by the iron. You need to have that character and integrity to you so that you can enjoy your results. Natty or not, you earn that shit, right? And I'm even saying that if you're enhanced, don't go get the drugs before the membership. Put in 5 or 10 years first. At least 2 to 5, man. Pay your dues. Not because I'm trying to get you to suffer, okay? It's the opposite. So you don't suffer. So many people, they go, I want to go do this, and then fucking, the first thing they do is take the drugs, and then they just piddle around in there because they think the muscles just magically grow. They'll miss days here and there, and then they'll forget to take their stuff, and then they're inconsistent even with their, oh yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I had an injection, and oh man, I haven't been taking my pills, and you know, and the next thing they're at the bar, they're drinking, their cycle is done, and they're good beer belly, they haven't been to the gym, and they just give up the lifestyle, right? And then other people, they train hard, but they don't know what they're doing because they got the drugs before the gym membership, and sometimes shitty genetics on top of that, and they get little results, and they're like, fuck this, they're all depressed and discouraged. I was expecting a lot more than 5 or 10 pounds of muscle. I'm really depressed. I'm still small. I'm still fat. Fuck, if you're still fat and you got bad genetics, quit eating all that shit food, you know? Or if you're still small and you're not eating enough food, you're not training heavy enough, fix it. But you don't think of those things if you think it's a magic pill, right? What happens if you're natty? Fuck, this isn't working, what am I doing? You're asking more experienced trainers, athletes, you're figuring out, oh, I need to put on more weight. Oh, as I put on more weight, I put on more stuff. Ah, magic formula. Oh, I eat more, I gain more weight. Oh, okay, great. And you train like that for 2 to 5 years, and you plateau off for a while. Now you make the decision, if you're a grown-ass man, you're 21 years of age or older, or woman, right? Now it's your choice, right? Just be a grown-ass man or woman about it, and don't be like some fuckers that go into a TRT or an HRT, get misdiagnosed with low T, and fucking have a heart attack or stroke, and say, oh, shouldn't have given me that. Well, fuck you, you know? If that wasn't it, it would have been going to be something else. If you weren't feeling good, low energy, this, that, other thing, the TRT misdiagnosed you, you gotta go through other sources first. It's a last resort. You look at everything, you know. You don't just go, oh, low T. Let's just go to an expert on hormones. You know, make sure there's nothing else going on. That's what happened with one individual, and he's suing the company. Fuck, whatever. You're not gonna make it more difficult for people who legitimately need it, right? And it is what it is. But anyhow, that is my viewpoint on enhancement. You don't, you know, you got to make your own decision on that, but you got to do research forward and backwards, inside and out, risk to health risk benefit ratio, and whatever your choice is, live with it, man. If you don't like the results, you get negative side effects or something like that, don't be fucking crying and bitching and moaning to me. It's fucking, I encourage you to take nothing, right? I encourage you to be natural. So if you decide to go across that line, no one you may or may not ever come back, right? Because there's going to be some things you like about it. You know, if you don't have any blowouts with it, like one buddy fucking was a big, strong, thought for sure he was juicing, never took a thing, and his bench was over 400 pounds. His first cycle, boom, blew out his shoulder and went backwards. Had to go off and be natty again, had to work his way back up because his joints weren't able to keep up with the muscle strength again. So he was on pace, man. He was just fucking starting to get up there. Within a week, he was on 405, 410, 415, and boom, that was it. So his whole steroid career lasted about 1 or 2 weeks, and I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. That kind of a tragic event. He did it right. He did like 2 decades of natty. You know, he did it the right way. Still blew it out. And that's what I'm talking about, though. See, and you got to be able to be a champion. You got to work through those types of adversities, make adjustments. He made the adjustment. Steroids don't work for me. They fucked me up. Cool, I'll go back to being natty. Still, it's another 2 decades later. Still in the gym, still strong, still big, still loves it. Okay, so you know that's what it is. Do it for the love of the sport. Do it for the love of exercise. Don't do it for vanity reasons. Don't do it for, you know, superficial reasons. Because otherwise you're never going to be happy. You know, this is one of the places I'm most happy is when we get to the gym, right? Things aren't going well at home. You got this or that going on with the finances, whatever else. Go to the gym. Boom, stress is gone. You feel good. You get the natural high, right? And you help others. That's even more of a high. Right? That's where it's at, guys. It's not about who's got the biggest dick, who's got the biggest muscles, or who's got the best steroid cycle, right? It's about spirituality. It's about health and fitness. And unless you're competing, that's another reason to maybe not do that. Because if it's messing with your mind, right, maybe it's not for you, okay? You still got to be the same person whether you're on it or off it. If it turns you into an asshole and you weren't one to begin with, or a bitch instead of a super bitch, you just nasty to everybody when you were really nice before, maybe it's not for you, right? Maybe it's not worth it. You know, you can't just, it's not a cookie cutter decision. It's what's best for you. It's what's best for you, it's what's best for your family, you know, it's what's best for your goals. Are you looking for longevity, looking to live till you're 100 or 150, you know, so be careful of that too, because me, I don't give a fuck about living to be 100 or 150 years old, right? I'd rather live to be 40 or 50 or 60, right, and live quality years, right, and be a lion, right, than fucking walk amongst sheep and just be a normal, average, phony, well not phony, I'm not saying people that are average or phony, no way, you know, I've seen met some very happy, spiritual, high integrity, high character people that fucking love them, right, some of the best people on earth, and they love life, and they're comfortable, and they're comfortable in finances and fitness and everything else, but they're just, you know, they're not up here, they're not down here, but all their needs are taken care of, and they love life. I think that's fucking awesome, and one of these days, I'll probably be there, right? I'm almost ready to be there right now, and I'm cool with that, but I don't want to be fucking, you know, slayed by dragons and stuff now, so now I don't really care. But before I had that attitude where, you know, I want to be a lion, I want to fucking contest, I don't want to just be an average normal guy like everybody else, you know, I want to be a step above. And this just means, you know, that's your decision, right? But sometimes these people live to be 90 or 100 years old, and they're miserable, and poor health, and they hate life, and well, that's no way to live. You know, if you're pushing yourself that hard to live that long, to be miserable, you know, why not live a short life, and love life, and live it to the fullest, and live with passion? Now some of you go, well, wait a minute, why can't we do both? You can, right? Especially if you're like super freaky healthy, eat all organic foods, you get stay hydrated all the time, you get plenty of sleep, you exercise, you stay away from performance enhancing drugs and recreational drugs and alcohol and all that stuff, eliminate it from your life, you stay away from negative people, hang out with positive people, you go to church all the time, or you at least stay spiritual if you're not religious. Man, you can be maybe 80, 90, 100 years old and in good health, if that's God's plan for you, right? Sometimes I'll call you home early. I've got plenty of examples too, where dude or gal was on point with diet, never drank, never smoked, never did drugs, went to church all the time, did everything right, seemingly incredibly healthy and happy and everything else. Boom, dropped dead of a heart attack, 34 years old. Where's the explanation there? There's none. Now, don't take that as an excuse for, you know what, Showtime said, might die anyways, well, we're all gonna die, but still I'm saying you can put the statistics in your favor. So just because you find 1% of the population that's healthy and kicks off early, and you find another 1% of the population that does everything wrong, eats, drinks, smokes, and does drugs and all these other things, lives to be 100, well, that's like the lottery winner, right? That's 1 out of every 3.5 million. So, you know, anybody can go out of their way to find an exception to policy, right? Something that makes no sense and is not statistically or logically sound, right? And say, well, look at this example. Oh, yeah, but that fucking hardly happens, right? So, use your fucking noggin, right, when you make your decisions. Are you living for longevity? Are you living for health? Are you living for victory? You know, you gotta write that shit down, you know, figure it out. And some of you might not need to write it down. You might be already instilled here and here, and that's even better. But if not, and you're kind of lost, write down positives and negatives to every decision you make, and meticulously go through it. You know, if you don't know, you know, what your purpose is or what your goals are, if you want to live long or short, that's only something that you can decide. It's what's good for you. Period. Alright guys, this has been Showtime from Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. Alright, alright.